So I played Katamari Damacy Reroll a while back, and I thought it was a really fun and creative game. I don't know any other game out there that lets you roll up everything on Earth into a giant ball. When I learned that Wattam was created by the same person, I was pretty excited to play it. It isn't as iconic as Katamari Damacy to me, but I still had a good time playing the game. Wattam is a 2020 game developed by Phenomena and published by Annapurna Interactive. I don't really know how to start the story, but yeah, the game states that everything existed in its world, then two objects collided or something, and then everything got lost. After that, the game shows a lonely green cube who's crying about not having friends. Once you gain control of him, he finds his first friend in this seemingly empty world, and it doesn't just end there. As the cube makes more and more friends, their world starts to get bigger and brighter. It also gets quite crowded because the cube, who's named the mayor by the way, isn't the only playable character. You can switch to other characters in the game at any given time, and I think you can unlock more than 100 of them throughout the game. Everyone has their own name, blood type, and bio too, so they're more than just little cartoony objects to play as. But yeah, you can play as rocks, flowers, food, and even the sun itself. It never gets complicated though, because you don't need to memorize a ton of controls. You'll mainly be holding hands and climbing other objects. Some characters also have an ability. I don't know if you can actually call it an ability, but let's just go with that. The mayor can do an exploding thing using his hat, while the toilet can flush other characters and turn them into poop. The map in this game is kinda like a sandbox, so it gives a lot of room for chaos. It helps that the characters never sit around and wait until you select them, so they're constantly moving around and doing their own thing. It's a small detail, but I think it makes the game feel very alive. Just like the controls, the objectives in this game won't have you scratching your head. Some of the tasks you need to do would be stacking characters to reach the same height as a bowling pin, or exploding in front of friends to cheer them up. A lot of the objectives are basically completed by using the power of friendship. Like, there are multiple points in the game where you have to let the characters hold hands and form a circle, and then stuff happens. Katamari Damacy was similar in that way, so naturally, the appeal of Wattam is its quirkiness. So many things happen out of nowhere. There's even a narrative that slowly reveals itself throughout the game, and it's actually quite sweet. Overall, it took me a little more than 3 hours to beat Wattam, and I mostly had fun. I say mostly because this game suffers from a lot of repetitiveness. Some objectives are repeated throughout the game, and the controls were janky, so it didn't really help. I felt like I was fighting with the camera and the physics, so I got burned out when I played the game continuously without taking breaks. The game's on PS4, but if you're planning on playing it on PC, I highly recommend using a controller. The controls are still janky, but it's way better than using a mouse and keyboard. But despite those issues, I still recommend Wattam if you want to play a feel-good game that'll brighten up your day. Let me know what you thought about the video. And thank you so much to my longtime subscriber Scar for giving me this game. I really appreciate it. So yeah, that was Wattam. If you've made it this far, then I've got a little update. I think I'm halfway done with this game I've been playing, Dark Souls. So that video is definitely going to be on the longer side, just like my Bloodborne video and other related games. I hope you all enjoy that once it's out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.